Northland has a very complex geology, over 30 different distinct rock types. About half of those are volcanic, and the other half are sedimentary rocks of different sorts and from different origins. We're standing on Parihaka. It used to be called Parihaka, and the rock type is still called a Parihaka Volcanic. One of about 10 distinct volcanic rocks in this area. Volcanic rocks extend from those that are very high in silica, they're called acidic rocks, through to those that are very high in iron and aluminium, and they're called basic rocks. The basic rocks are your basalts, scoria, the red scoria, and the dark volcanic rocks, dark basalt rocks. Where we're standing now, we're on Parihaka Volcanics, or Parihaka Volcanics. That is a light-coloured high silica rock. It's one of a string of volcanic rocks, volcanic outcrops that extend right up the northern side of Whangarei Harbour and through to Parakiori, Hikurangi, and through towards Oakra. They are sitting on the edge of a Greywacke fault block. Greywacke is the basement rock on this side. It's a hard blue-grey sandstone. It is overlain by sandstone and shale, and in some places it has coal deposits. In this area, most of those sedimentary rocks have been removed, just leaving the Greywacke. We have behind us the Western Hills. They're the next lot of Greywacke fault blocks. They are further inland, and a fault line separates us from them, and they're at a lower level. And so as you move westwards across Northland, the fault blocks get lower and lower. We have fault blocks to the south of the harbour extending all the way through to the Brenduin, so the southernmost of these Greywacke fault blocks, and they are bounded by another fault line. But along this fault line we're on, the Whangarei Harbour Fault, we have a string of these rhyolite or dacite cones from Robinson Road out at Taurakura. Along, just as you come this side of McLeod's Bay, there's a patch of scrub you drive through. That is another one of these dacite cones. We have this one here at Parihaka, and as I said, Parakiori, Hikurangi Mountain are in the same chain. In the background behind us, we have another age of volcanics. The very rugged range in the background is the Tangihua Range. And throughout Northland, the highest parts of the region are Tangihua volcanics. Now those Tangihua volcanics, they weren't erupted where they currently are. They were erupted into the seabed, either above the seabed or in amongst the other rocks on the seabed, and slid over Northland in a large earth flow. It extended over the whole of Northland from North Cape down to beyond the Brenduins, a thing called the Northland Lochtham. This whole big section of seabed was pushed in over Northland, jumbled all the rocks up, and in amongst those rocks were the seabed volcanics, where they'd been extruded out in amongst the seabed. Once all that had settled down, or as it was settling down, we had a series of eruptions on either side of Northland. On the eastern side of Northland, at Whangaroa Harbour and at Whangarei Heads, and out to Bream Head itself, and to Sail Rock, we had a series of eruptions of andesite rock, about the same age as the ones in the Waitakeris. And at about the same time, we were getting eruptions on the other coast from the area around Monganui Bluff, and again, andesitic volcanics, and they went right down that west coast. Recent surveys have shown that under the end of Poto Peninsula, there's another big volcano well buried in the sand over there, and again it's those same andesitic volcanics. So they straddled Northland about 25 million years ago. It sort of went quiet for a while. Somewhere soon after that we would have got these Parihaka Volcanics. And then it went quiet again, and the next age of volcanics that came created large lava flows. We believe there was one in the area of Mount Tiger, just beyond Tikipanga, extending through to Vinegar Hill. It covered quite a big area up there, and that flowed on down through the valley where the city is currently sited, and spilled over in various places, and the area where Onerahi Airport is sited is on one of those lava flows. So it sort of put a layer across large parts of Whangarei, right through to the hospital. Excavations at the hospital have shown that those volcanics went right through to there. The best example, of course, of that age of volcanics is the Whangarei Falls. So anyone who's been to the falls will have seen how that lava has come down the valley. Again, it sort of went quiet for a while, and we've got another series of eruptions, sort of the last in the age of the volcanoes here. The oldest one of those is right behind me, right in the distance, and that is Wharatiri. It erupted over quite a period of time and just spilled down its side a series of lava flows and built up a mountain. That may have taken 1 million years or more to build up its form. The next after that, and the most recent, would have been these volcanoes that formed the Mangataperi mountain, the one with the bush on in the background, and behind me more is Manu mountain, just poking up from the side of the Western Hills. And they produced lava flows. They didn't go quite as far, but the whole of that area from Manu coming down towards the hospital there, that is covered with a more recent lava flow. So all those good soils up around Manu, Barge Park, they've come from Manu Mountain. Probably the last one round here would have, just by its shape, would have been Mangataperi, and that has a crater in the top of it. It's got a complete crater. Most of these others, the craters have collapsed. While all this volcanic activity was going on, we were getting erosion of the hill country around about, and the sediment was washed down by rivers into the harbour. At the Hatia Motor Inn, it was called at the time when it was built, excavation showed the old volcanic sitting on the bottom, then a layer of marine mud, beech forest, and then the more recent volcanics. So these things have stacked up on top of each other in the Whangarei harbour.